some people's hobbies are just too much to handle.
My rats don't judge me. They love me for who I am.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 insane episodes from TLC's My Crazy Obsession. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. We're looking at the strangest collections and lives that help this TLC show stand out. We're basing our choices on a mix of how many items are involved, bizarre fixations, and all the little details that made these episodes all the weirder.
We're not crazy, and I don't treat them like children. Well, I do baby talk to them. Who doesn't?
Number 10. Christmas Collection. TLC found people like Charlie for their holiday episode of My Crazy Obsession, and his house was covered in 200,000 Christmas lights.
200,000 still is not enough.
Million lights, that might be enough.
One mother named Jacinta had a collection of 5,000 novelty snowmen, while her husband hoarded over 500 nutcrackers. Jacinta even kept real snowmen in her freezer and had bought shaved ice just to build them. While the second Christmas special had a livable gingerbread house, Season 1 showcased the largest holiday inflatable collection in America. It also featured Shay, who had enough Christmas trees for her to turn off her heating. For a Yuletide episode, these people left us baffled.
No fooling. It's 82 degrees with no heat in this house, just Christmas lights.
Number 9. 5,000 Kids and Tickled Pink.
I love having friends come visit me and play on my toys and stuff that I have.
To relax in their golden years, Pat and Joe Prosy play with their thousands of Cabbage Patch Kids. The couple commits to their obsession so much that they'll actually play pretend and carry out fake conversations.
Hi! What took you guys so long? I've been waiting for you and play.
Joe and Pat also have mini trains and balloons as part of a playground that they share with their friends' dolls as well. Meanwhile, Kitty K. Sierra has a house with pink walls, clothes, furniture, and appliances.
I'm so obsessed with pink. No one is more obsessed than I am, trust me.
Kitty insists on pink toothpaste and soap and will eat pink food as much as possible. With all the effort put into these lifestyles, TLC really debuts their series in a way you can't forget.
Pink vacuum cleaner, pink television, pink sofa,
Pink telephones, shoes, hats galore. I love hats. I'm a hat girl.
Number 8. House of Dolls and Flashback to the 50s. Doris Mayday rocks plenty of classic 1950s outfits and has spent good money to gather some vintage lingerie as well.
I grew up as like a fat kid, and I had freckles and a gap in my teeth, and I was totally getting bullied all the time, and I wanted to look classy, and I didn't want to act like my peers.
As a tall modern woman, however, Doris hasn't been able to find winter clothes that fit her retro aesthetic. Mayday hates contemporary boots so much that she puts bags around her heels to walk through the snow.
I'd rather get frostbite on my toes than wear some ugly modern boot.
Englishman Bob, on the other hand, has the world's largest collection of love dolls.
We have over 240 love dolls. That includes the blow-up variety as well as the solid dolls and the silicone ones.
Bob keeps dolls in coffins, and he also drives others around town. Despite how far these two take their passions, their supportive partners keep this episode interesting.
The dolls are a way for Bob and I to spend time together. We didn't do anything much together before we had the dolls.
Number 7. Ketchup and Mustard. Barry Levinson has been collecting mustard for over 26 years and is foregoing work to focus on his favorite condiment full-time.
Suddenly, I heard a voice.
Collect us.
And you don't argue with voices at 2:30 in the morning in an all-night grocery.
Barry's thousands of jars come from over 80 countries, but he still knows impressive facts about most of them. Levinson also shaves using mustard and will brush his teeth with it too.
I think Barry is overly dedicated to mustard. He's totally crazy. There's times that I think it's a little bit too much.
His Michigan counterpart is Ralph Finch, who is 44 years deep into his love of ketchup.
Knock, knock, who's there? Ketchup. Ketchup who? Catch up with me and I'll tell you.
Ralph amasses everything from bottles to paraphernalia and insists he wants his ashes put in a ketchup crock pot. This episode shows how different two similar loves can be, especially considering how understanding Ralph's wife is compared to Barry's.
Ralph is the king of ketchup. I can't imagine Ralph's world without ketchup.
Number 6. Star Chaser and the Little Merman. Eric Ducharme is so obsessed with mermaids that he owns multiple tails that he can wear and swim in.
My name's Eric Ducharme, and I'm obsessed with mermaids.
Multiple times a week, Eric will drive over an hour just to hit the water in his full merman outfit. His aquatic fixation has also led Ducharme to extend his breath as long as 4 minutes underwater.
Being underwater, I feel totally like I'm just away from the world.
Then there's Vanessa, who hunts for celebrities on the city streets and will yell at random pedestrians if she thinks they're famous.
Are you from One Direction? No?
Her 7 years of daily searching is paying off, as Vanessa has over 10,000 autographs and photos. Though Eric and Vanessa are a little out there, they both sell their loves as wholesome and surprisingly healthy.
Me getting another photo with somebody, that's me achieving. That makes me feel good.
Number 5, grown-up baby. Though he's 31 years old, Stanley Thornton spends upwards of 8 hours a day role-playing as a 2-year-old.
Oh no, Stanley, the race car's going to turn over.
Stanley's daily routine involves baby food, pacifiers, and footy pajamas. He's even combined adult and baby diapers to fit him, and yes, he actually uses them.
Some people will ask, do I actually use the diapers? And yes, I use the diapers.
Thornton also custom built his own crib and high chair so he can fully immerse himself in his fantasy. Stanley is searching for a full-time mommy to play and spoon feed him too.
Choo-choo train.
Due to trauma from childhood, Thornton has been living as an adult baby for over 18 years. Stanley carries a show's only solo episode thanks to his wealth of information and a heartbreaking backstory.
But I also got into it around the same time even more as a way to cope with the child abuse that was going on.
Number 4, bugging out and dumpster diet. To explore the world of strange diets, My Crazy Obsession talks to Kelly Athena about eating food from the garbage.
I lean in gracefully like a swan dive, like a dumpster diva.
Athena uses a grabber to pick through trash every day and follows patterns for each restaurant she digs from. Kelly also hosts a dinner for friends in the episode, but only reveals it's made up of dumpster food later.
So I feel like it's, in a way, cleaner from a dumpster.
Bugs are David Gracer's food of choice, and he stores thousands of them in his basement freezer. Despite eating over 5,000 species of bugs, David can still rate the tastes between different varieties.
Scorpion tastes kind of like this weird plastic.
Once you're over the gross out factor, however, both guests offer compelling arguments for their unusual dietary habits.
Bugs, as long as they're in the ocean, crab, shrimp, and lobster, are just fine to eat, and people like them and spend quite a bit of money for them. Whereas if bugs are on the land, suddenly it's all ew.
Number 3, troll takeover and stuffing animals. While Michelle spends her days teaching gymnastics, her home life is dominated by troll dolls.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and I like troll dolls.
With toys spilling out of drawers, Michelle spends time in a playroom and dresses her trolls to comfort herself.
This room is like my sanctuary, my security blanket. The trolls make me really happy when I'm sad, so I come in here and I see all their eyeballs.
The Smiths, however, travel the world as a family for their love of taxidermy.
To me, now this animal can never die. Its beauty's here now forever, and for more than just for us to enjoy.
They stuff animals as a business, but spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on a personal collection of over 200 beasts as well. The Smiths also reveal their macabre belief that they're actually keeping the animals alive forever. With lions in the kitchen and dolls in the fridge, this episode is exceptionally visual.
We have a lion in the dining room drying. We have animals in the living room drying.
Number 2, Raggedy Ann and a Rat's Tail. Though she has a son of her own, Chantal Banks is also a mother to 19 pet rats.
I love rats more than I love people. I do.
Banks plays with her rats, gives them kisses, and even does something she calls huffing rats.
This is huffing a rat. It smells good. It smells like nachos.
Though her love of rats is destroying her marriage, Banks' son is seen laughing at their strange family drama. Raggedy Ann's are the full-time hobby for Robin Amato, and she has her own room to talk to them in.
This room is my quiet place. Every morning I have a ritual. I can come in here, I can talk to my Raggities, I can tell them about my day.
Amato carts her toys around her neighborhood and tries to convert people to her fandom on camera. Robin's husband even agrees to be cremated into a Raggedy Ann on an episode that highlights the family's side of obsessions.
If I had to estimate what I've spent on my Raggedy Ann collection, I would say over $20,000.
Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
If I see a really cute carrot item, I'll buy all 5 or 6 of them.
That's a newborn face. I love it.
You have to have a reason to get up in the morning and a reason to go to bed late at night. That reason for me is Sugar Bush.
Number 1, Love Bunnies and World's Strongest Family. After calling each other Honey Bunny, Steve and Candace now own a rabbit museum of more than 28,000 items, with a collection whose size holds the Guinness World Record for rabbit paraphernalia. The couple hoard dust bunnies too.
The Easter Bunny lives here, and Peter Rabbit lives here, and dust bunnies live here.
Candace and Steve even store their dead pet rabbits in their freezer until they can have them freeze-dried.
We have our real pet bunnies in here. They're frozen. It's not freaky, don't freak out. They're gonna be freeze-dried, so we do have to freeze them like meat.
The best family of Las Vegas work out as a family, and their young daughter easily lifts twice her body weight.
Experts recommend children her age train with 1-pound weights. But she can lift 100 pounds.
Father Nick consumes over 10,000 calories a day to pull cars and sustain his mass. The Best's clip has soared over 76 million views on YouTube, thanks to the heartwarming love that sells their daily routine.
Our family's normal in the way we love one another, but we're not normal physically. And if that makes us bad, then I'm sorry, then we're bad.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.